Good morning. It is about 10 to 7 and I've just got up and I am going to go and work out. So I'd bring you along with me for my day today and you can see sort of how I plan and do my days. There's a general working and revision day. Let's get dressed and go work out. Because of the low beams and the fact that I'm 5'10", I have to be so careful about overhead pressing when I'm working out at home. The amount of times I've hit that beam with my dumbbells. I mean, we're never getting the deposit back on this place. Let's rack him up. Hi, welcome to my bathroom. I have to say, if we owned this place, the bathroom is the first thing I wouldn't change much, to be honest, but I would change the bathroom. It's quite dated, but that's probably why we can afford such a nice little house with a garden in pretty much the centre of Brighton, 10 minutes walk from the beach and the station. So, c'est la vie. Yeah, so I got fit for the November lockdown just because in the first lockdown I was trying to follow YouTube and I was following Cycle on Instagram, in particular one of their trainers, Bod by Rod, and doing his bar classes, and I loved them, but it really sort of like, to this day I've still got quite bad pain in one of my hips. I think I really damaged some of the muscle in my hip, and also I just wanted a bit more structure because over the summer month we were allowed to go back to the gym in July. So over the summer month, I got quite used to going in and training again, and I was building up my strength. And then in November, we were on this circuit breaker lockdown, where everything closed for November. So I thought, well, if it's only a month, I'm not going to lose that much muscle. So I can just try and keep it up by following sort of a proper sort of structured program. So I got fit because Tom and I both work for the NHS. We both are entitled to 3 months free on the app. So I got it in November and was using it then, and it was okay, and I was sort of following it, and it was mainly just to make sure I moved every day rather than to sort of target anything in particular. And then the gyms reopened in December, so I went back. But yeah, then the gyms closed at Christmas and haven't been open since, so it's now 3 months. So Tom took out the 3 month free for NHS staff on Fit, and I've been following an actual program on Fit now. So yeah, you can sort of pick a training program, which, you know, it's never going to be the best thing in the world because you're limited to time and space and equipment. But to be honest, it's more about just making sure that I move every day, especially before work. Moving before work is so important to me. Making sure I move every day and getting me through the period until, oh my goodness, what is wrong with me today? Getting me through the period until I can go back to the gym, which is only 3 weeks away. The gyms are supposed to open on the 12th of April. It is currently the 24th of March. So in 3 weeks' time, the gym should be open. And yeah. But to be honest, there definitely have been some advantages, because during the week I mostly do 25-minute classes on there, and then I do sort of 10 minutes on the bike after to sort of cool down and do my social media check for the day. I don't permit myself to go on my phone until after my workout. So everything has been a lot quicker, because if I was to go to the gym, then I've got to factor in the walk, which is, granted, I think it's only about 7 minutes from my house to the gym. Get there, warm up, do a session, and a weight session's obviously always going to take longer than a sort of structured 25-minute class anyway. Cool down, stretch if you're doing sort of like a finisher or anything, and then walk home. So everything sort of like has condensed and is quicker. So I have been able to sleep a bit more. You would think it'd be like, no, you can sort of get to work earlier and get more done. No, I'm sleeping more. So I'm gonna have to be really careful with my sleep management when the gym reopens. But yeah, we're nearly there, light at the end of the tunnel. Not a fancy sort of latte art thing that you see on Instagram, but do you know what? Don't get the whole frothed milk thing. Just give me some pressed coffee with some cow's milk, and I'm a happy girl. Okay, Google, play Classic FM.
Streaming Classic FM from Global Player.
Had to change my shirt because I got dirty water on it while I was doing the dishes. So, what is today going to look like? First of all, let's take the hair out of the messy bun. Actually look a little bit presentable. Let's log on first of all. We have to have an obscenely long password. I think it has to be a minimum 15 characters, upper, lower case, numbers, symbols, all that kind of stuff, and it's just very difficult to keep up with. So, what's the plan for today? Let's consult the to-do list and the calendar. Oh my god! Right, after that, what's today looking like? I have a meeting at 10:30. Is that 10:30 till 12. On one of my big projects, a catch-up meeting. I've got some emails. And oh, that is bright sun. And a couple of bits and pieces to get on with. It's quite a quiet day actually, which is nice. Oh, I finished that yesterday. I can tick that off. And that. So what am I going to? Today is largely focused around Section 106 and SIL information, collating that information and sending it over to the relevant people. So I'm going to get on working on some of that for the next hour before my meeting. And yeah, then we'll see how things are after my meeting later. Well, that was possibly the longest morning ever. It is 2:10. I'm so hungry, but I got a lot of really good work done because I do my best work in the morning, and I know that after lunch I have such a slump. So I had my meeting and I had a couple of other things that I just really wanted to get done, and I did them. So my tummy is rumbling, but it's fine because I've finished my work and I've got a big plate of food. I'll show you what I've got. So this is a pack of I am obsessed with these sort of like microwave quinoa packs. They're so good, and like the macros on them are amazing. So those are great. Some hummus, spinach, beetroot, feta, cherry tomatoes, and this is a sweet potato frittata thing that I made over the weekend. Because of how busy I am at the moment and like just working all the time and then revising in the evening, I'm going back to doing like Sunday meal preps like back when I was working. So I made this and I made all my dinners for the week, so all I have to do is like either make some rice or pasta and just heat them up and stuff. So I'm just gonna quickly have this and then I'm gonna go out for my daily walk. Just popped out for my daily walk. So certainly in England at the moment, we're allowed to go out once a day for exercise. So I think sort of like just going out for a walk most days, and over the winter months I've gotten into a habit of having my lunch and going for a walk after lunch, because I'm always super lethargic after lunch, so it actually seems like the most productive use of my time is to go and get some fresh air and sort of walk lunch off a bit. But yeah, also during winter I found that it was the best way for me to get any daylight in. So it was the best way to get daylight in, because I mean, even under sort of normal rules and years and stuff, during the winter I would leave the house in the dark and come home in the dark, and it was so terribly depressing. So yeah, I've just been like trying to make sure I get daylight and fresh air every single day. But it's a lot colder today. The last couple of days it's been really lovely and sunny, but I had to put my big fluffy fleece on for my walk because Brighton's a windy city. I don't know why I'm telling you the weather. You don't particularly care about what the weather was like on the 24th of March in Brighton. I'm just so terribly English and I can't not tell you. But when I go out for a walk, if I'm on my own, like listen to a podcast or an audiobook. I don't have an audiobook on the go at the moment, but I'm currently listening to the Sentimental Garbage podcast by Caroline O'Donoghue, the German, because she and Dolly Alderton are doing a mini-series called Sentimental in the City, and it's, oh my, I love everything Dolly Alderton does anyway. She could, I don't know, run for leader of the Labour Party and I would be like, yes, Dolly, you are the next great leader of this country. Actually, that's not half bad shout, to be honest, but I love everything she does anyway. But her and her friend Caroline are sort of analysing series by series Sex and the City for the great American novel that it is, and it's really interesting sort of going into the themes, and I'm an avid Sex and the City fan, so they're sort of exploring topics that I've never really picked up on before when I've watched the series, so it's very interesting. And I've got my coffee. I like to have an after lunch coffee, decaf of course, no caffeine after 2 p.m. and I would normally have this at my desk, but sort of like around 3ish, but because I ate lunch so late today I just thought I'd take it with my flat, take it out for my walk. It's almost like I've gone out for coffee. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I got back from my walk and I had missed calls from my manager and all these emails just like, this disastrous thing is going to happen this afternoon. Someone's about to, obviously can't go into it in too much detail, but someone from kind of inside the organisation is going to submit something, and once that information goes out into the public realm, there's no way to retrieve it. So I need to sort of like be all systems go, like, oh my god, we need to verify this data, make sure that it's correct before it goes out. Oh, I just wanted to eat. So I did make sure I made time to make some food, and then I'm going to avert this crisis in, oh wow, I've only got 10 minutes to avert the crisis, but I can eat. So I just got some orange and some grapes and blueberries with some soya yogurt, and these like homemade protein peanut butter cups that I make that are like a healthy version of Reese's Pieces. So I'm going to eat this and try and manage this crisis in the next 10 minutes. Okay, I think crisis averted, but there's sort of a lot more work that's come out of that now, but that's fine. That's fine. It's quite interesting. It's a new project I've been given, which I'm actually really enjoying working on, but it's just gone 5 and I'm really quite tired today. I think what I might do is I might do a couple of admin-y things. I've got some like invoices and just, you know, the things that you just never get around to doing. You always bookmark and think, oh, I'll do that later. So I might sort of like spend half an hour catching up on admin and POs and that kind of thing, and then I'm going to take my evening break before I get into revision, I think. So unsurprisingly, I did not end up doing my really boring admin, and I'm in fact making some peanut butter and Nutella blondie whilst watching Drag Race. So I try and have a break between work and revision each evening. Normally it's just sort of like half an hour watching an episode of Sex and the City or something while I have my tea. But tonight I wanted to have like an hour or so off and to do something completely different. So it's going to be really nice to bake something. And my butter is melting, so I better attend to that. Oh, they look good. Excited. So we've got some tea. So yeah, this week I've been trying to pre-prepare dinners so that all they have to do is make rice. So I cooked some rice and reheated this sausage casserole. I mean, I only said this morning I don't really eat meat and now I'm having sausages. But this is the only time I've had meat in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. And obviously put a load of cheese on top. So gonna take my tea and sit in front of Sex and the City. Oh my goodness, they're having sex. Oh dear. And yeah, eat my tea. So it's about 7:20. So I took a much longer break than I intended, but it was really nice actually to do some baking and watch TV a little bit. I haven't done any baking in absolutely ages. It just sort of, it feels like a very me thing to do. So yeah, I'm just sort of sat down. I think I'm probably going to work for hour and a half maybe till about 9 or something. I'm just going through some development appraisal stuff, largely around finance and stuff, because that's probably my weakest area of appraisals, because it's not really an area I get involved in too much, and also I know it's a really common area for questioning for anyone that does do development appraisals as a competency. So I've got a couple. I'm going to make some more flashcards, just do some notes, go through some practice questions online, and yeah, I'll show you my little evening revision desk setup, because in the evening to revise I come downstairs and work at the dining table, and Tom goes upstairs and works in the office on his uni work. So it's quite nice that we swap over in the evenings. It means that neither of us are sat in one place all day and all night, and it kind of like changes the mindset. So I know when I'm sat at this desk, well, at the table, that I am revising, whereas when I'm upstairs, I'm at work. So I've got this book which I got out of Tom's uni library, so benefits of dating a student, but it's so useful. I was thinking, well, obviously not seriously because it's about £65, but I was thinking about buying this because it is so useful to anyone who does do valuations or development appraisals. It's, yeah, just got my revision reference material. I've got my folder with my submission on top for me to sort of like go through and annotate and make sure I've got everything sorted. My flashcards, my blank flashcards. Oh my god, those blondies were incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna wind it up here, I think. Crack on with some work, eat this blondie, and yeah, I really enjoyed sort of like capturing today, and also it definitely sort of made me more accountable to sort of crack on with work, particularly this morning. So I think I'm going to do a few more of these, and hopefully they'll all get a little bit better and a little bit more professional each time around. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.